trying to force me meeting this bitch. I don't have to meet her. I won't do another thing. Call that immature. Take care of that stupid ass yourself.
Okay.
Lucky I'm doing this much. That's the blessing.
The blessing is to be able to have understanding, forgiveness in your heart.
We have it. I have forgiven you. Otherwise, I would be on with my life happy as hell.
I didn't come here for this.
But I'm just letting you know.
What the young lady said,
And I'm...
Atlanta's streets were humming as the latest scandal erupted, shaking the city to its core. As always, young Jock's life was drenched in drama, but this time it was deeply personal, more explosive than anything before. It all started when Jock uncovered a truth so shocking, it left him reeling. For weeks, Jock had sensed something was off. Small amounts of money kept vanishing from his accounts. At first, it seemed like a simple mistake, maybe a technical glitch. But as the withdrawals became more frequent and systematic, he knew something sinister was happening. Then came the unthinkable. The person responsible for it all was none other than Kendra, his girlfriend, the woman he trusted the most. Determined to get to the bottom of it, Jock took matters into his own hands. He hired a private investigator to dig into the suspicious transactions, and what the investigator uncovered was beyond anything Jock had imagined. Cold, hard evidence confirmed the truth. Kendra had been siphoning money from Jock's accounts into her own. And the worst part? It was all caught on video. Seeing the footage was like a punch to the gut. There was Kendra, the woman he had loved and supported, transferring large sums of money without hesitation. The betrayal ran deep. Jock was furious, but not entirely surprised. He had always been cautious in love. But this was a different level of deception. There was no way he could keep this to himself. The world needed to know the truth. With the damning video in hand, Jock made a decision that would change everything. He was going public. The day of reckoning was here, and there was no turning back. But what he wasn't prepared for was the chaos that followed. As soon as the video hit the internet, the reaction was instant. Fans, family, and the entire industry were glued to their screens. The footage was undeniable. Kendra, caught red-handed, taking the money without a second thought. Social media exploded. The world gasped. This wasn't a simple mistake. This was betrayal on a whole new level. For Kendra, reality crashed down in an instant. She had convinced herself that she was untouchable, that her relationship with Jock would shield her from consequences. But now the truth was out, and there was nowhere to hide. Furious and humiliated, Kendra couldn't believe what Jock had done. The money, that was one thing. But exposing their private business to the public, that felt like the ultimate betrayal. How could he do this to her? Did their relationship mean nothing? Now, with the world watching, the battle lines were drawn. The follow-up was just beginning, and neither Jock nor Kendra would ever be the same again. Kendra didn't waste any time in fighting back. She stormed into Jock's studio, her face red with rage and her eyes burning with fury. She was furious, and the storm of emotions inside her was about to blow up. "How dare you put me on blast like that?" She screamed as she entered the room, her voice loud and full of venom. "You think you can just play me like this?" Jock stood there, calm but resolute. He had already prepared himself for this moment. "Kendra, this was not what I wanted to do." The rage in Kendra's voice was evident. She was hurt, humiliated, and furious that Jock had turned their private matter into public entertainment. But Jock wasn't fazed. "However, you left me with no choice. You've been taking from me, and I can't just sit back and let you do that." Kendra's face twisted in disbelief. "You're acting like I robbed you, Jock. This is us, and we've been together for how long?" Retraction was necessary since the consequences of her actions were too great to ignore. "You've been stealing from me for months, and I had to tell you the truth because you wouldn't be honest with me. You've stolen money that wasn't yours, you've lied to me, and now everyone knows what you did," Jock said in a calm but forceful voice. When Kendra's rage reached a breaking point, she strode over to him and pointed a finger in his face. "With every word you say, you're making it worse. After everything we've gone through together, you think that exposing me in this way will make things right. So you're going to sit here and lecture me about honesty. You've made me look foolish, Jock." Her remarks were piercing, cutting through the air like daggers. This wasn't just about their relationship. It was about trust, respect, and betrayal. Jock wasn't going to allow her to control the situation. "You thought you could get away with it, thinking I wouldn't catch on, but I did, and now you have to own up to what you've done," Jock said in a more forceful tone. To Kendra, this was a personal attack she never saw coming. Her pride was wounded, and her emotions were all over the place. Her eyes burned with anger and shock. She couldn't believe Jock was so cold and eager to show the world her shortcomings. Yes, she had betrayed him, but this wasn't how she had expected things to unfold. She had hoped they could resolve their issues privately, avoiding the humiliation of public exposure. "You really think I wanted to hurt you, Jock? Do you think I just stole for fun? I was trying to help you and us, but you turned everything against me and throw me to the wolves like this, after everything we've been through." Her hands were balled into fists as she paced back and forth. Jock was quiet for a while. "You took from us, Kendra, and now you must deal with the consequences." He stared her down. The tension in the room was thick, and Kendra's sorrow outweighed even her anger. She had gone too far, but Jock had made sure she understood the fallout was real and that her actions carried far-reaching consequences. The walls were closing in, but Kendra could still feel the fire of defiance within her. Refusing to back down, Jock stood firm as the confrontation reached its peak. It was unclear whether their relationship would survive the damage, but one thing was certain: Kendra's betrayal had changed everything.
What good do you feel can come out of this?
I got grown kids,
Okay.
so it's very important.
It's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. You lucky you got him. Okay. Bitch, wait. You know, force me meeting this bitch. I don't have to meet her. I won't do another thing. Call that immature.
All right.
Take care of that stupid ass yourself.
Okay.
Lucky I'm doing this much. That's the blessing.
The blessing is to be able to have understanding, forgiveness in your heart.
We have it. I have forgiven you. Otherwise, I would be on with my life happy as hell.
I didn't come here for this.
But I'm just letting you know.
You what the young lady said,
And I'm
Atlanta's streets were buzzing with whispers as the latest scandal began to unfold. Jock, whose life was no stranger to drama, now found himself at the center of an explosive personal crisis, one he never saw coming. And none other than Young Joe, the seasoned rapper and reality star with a reputation for keeping things cool, was ready to turn the heat up. This time, though, it wasn't just about the flashy lifestyle or rumors. Jock's world was about to be rocked by a betrayal of the deepest kind. While Jock had always been cautious with his money, a shocking discovery would prove that even the most calculated individuals can be blindsided. It all started when Jock noticed some strange discrepancies in his financial accounts. At first, he chalked it up to a simple glitch, small sums here and there, untraceable and barely noticeable. But as the amounts began to pile up, it became clear. Someone close to him was siphoning off money. The timing, the consistency, it was no coincidence. Suspicions grew, and Jock did what anyone in his position might do. He hired a private investigator. Within days, the truth began to unravel, and what the investigator uncovered was far worse than Jock could have imagined. The investigator's findings were disturbing, to say the least. The most damning evidence: Kendra, the woman Jock had trusted, the one he'd opened his life and finances to, was caught red-handed in the act. A video surfaced showing Kendra, who had full access to his accounts, transferring significant sums of money from Jock's account into her own. It was a betrayal of a magnitude that Jock had never anticipated, and the evidence was undeniable. Heartbroken but resolute, Jock knew what he had to do. There was no way he could let this go, no way to pretend it wasn't happening. With a heavy heart, he decided to take the video public, making the betrayal known to the world. Kendra would face the consequences, and the truth would no longer be hidden. The fallout was swift and explosive. As soon as Jock dropped the bombshell, the internet went into overdrive. Fans, friends, and family all scrambled to react, each with their own opinions and theories. What started as a personal betrayal quickly became a public spectacle, and the world was watching with bated breath. For Jock, the day of reckoning had come. There was no turning back now, and as the drama unfolded, one thing was clear: this was just the beginning. The storm had only started, and no one, not even Kendra, knew what was coming next.